What's up, guys? My name's Max from Maxified Health, and I'm here to show you guys just a few simple rolling out techniques that'll help you recover a little quicker from your workouts, as well as warm you up to get you working out at a higher level. So to get started with these rolling out practices, all you really need is an open space. The mat is optional, and of course you're gonna need a foam roller. All right, so to begin, we're gonna start off by rolling our glutes out. And we're gonna start with the foam roller parallel to our body. So get it in between the crook of your glutes here, and you're just gonna start off by going to the left side, all the way up to that hip joint and back. And you wanna do this about 10 to 15 times for each side. So then once we get that side done, then just simply switch over and hit the other glute. For the next movement, you're also gonna roll out your glutes, but you're gonna turn the foam roller perpendicular to your body, and you're gonna shift your weight to whatever side you're rolling out. So for the left side, shift your weight to the left, and then roll up and down all the way up to the base of your lower back. And the more you lean, the more you get those hips involved, and that's beneficial. So again, you're gonna get about 15 passes on each side. The next thing we're gonna be rolling out is our hip flexors. So for this one, you wanna use the edge of the foam roller. So for two reasons. You don't want it to get in the way of the rest of your body, and also it has a little more tension here on the outside, so you can control the pressure a little bit better. So start off by getting on your hands and knees and place the roller just right above your hip flexor. Get on it with your hip flexor. Keep your opposite leg out to stabilize you, and then start rolling it out. And again, about 10 to 15 passes on each side. So you really want to dig in there and just find that tension. There tends to be a lot of tension build up in the hip flexors. So when we switch sides, again, you want to use that edge of the roller, keeping the bulk of the roller outside and away from you. All right, so for this next movement, we're gonna be rolling out the quads. So you can do these separately, or you can do them together. I like to do them together. So start with the roller just right in front of you. Get on top of it with your knees, and then spread your legs out a little. And just lean back and roll out your quads. And the more relaxed you can be, the deeper the muscle tissue is gonna allow you to get in. So try to stay relaxed and get deep into the tissue and try to break up all the knots and the fascia. For this next movement, we're gonna be rolling out the hamstrings. This one's a little tougher to roll out just because of your weight distribution, but similarly to the hip flexors, you want to use the edge of the roller where it's the hardest and it's going to stay out of the way the most. So to do it, simply put your leg out in front of you that you want to roll out, and then basically sit on it. Keep your opposite leg out of the way and bent, and the more you lean forward, the more weight that you're going to have distributed on top, the more pressure you get. So for this one, you want to start off by rolling the top of the hamstring out. Base of the glute, top of the hamstring. And you can kind of hold on to the roller and it helps you control it. So once you go through that the top portion of the hamstring, then you can lower it down here and lean back. And now you can roll it out like this all the way through. It can be good to also turn your leg to the outside to get the lateral portion of your hamstring. And then also if you turn your foot in, you can get more of the medial portion. So the next movement is the IT bands, and we're gonna break this up into 2 separate movements. So initially, you wanna start by putting your hip on the roller. And we're just gonna focus on the top portion. So this is more hips and IT band. So you're gonna get the side of your hips and then the top of your IT band. Do this about 15 times on each side. And then once you do that, we wanna move into the lower portion of the IT band. So this is gonna go from your knees to your hips. And again, the more relaxed you can be, the deeper that foam roller is gonna be able to penetrate that muscle tissue, help break up the knots and the adhesions, and help you get recovered and ready to hit the next workout. So this one can be kind of intense. You can use your opposite leg to stabilize you and relieve some of the pressure as well. Or you can keep it floating if you want a little more pressure and want to get deeper into that tissue. So once you get your lower body all rolled out and it's feeling nice, we're gonna move on to the back. So for the back, let's start with the lower back. Kind of like how we started with the glutes, but now we're just gonna roll up into our lower back. You wanna keep your abs engaged and really just do nice short rolls and try to relax your back as much as you can to get deeper in there. And it's helpful also to shift your weight from side to side. So do a few passes on the left and then a few passes with your weight shifted to the right. And then after that, you can go ahead and just slide up to your mid back. You might notice some cracking in your spine. That's good. So just get that mid back rolled out nice and easy. And then simply just go up to the upper back. You can do it with your arms behind your head first. And then do it with your arms down. And then go all the way up to the neck and back. So now that we have the majority of our torso and our lower body rolled out, let's move on to our upper body and our limbs, really. So this one can be kind of intense, but what I want you to do is start with the roller perpendicular to your body, roll out, and you're gonna put your front delt on the roller. So it's kind of resting in between your pec and your front delt. Also, use the edge of the roller and then just roll out that front delt and the pec and where those 2 points meet. And again, try to relax, let that muscle tissue get broken up. So from here, the next movement is our pec. We basically stay in the same spot. This time though, our arm's gonna come out. And now you're gonna go across your pec. You really wanna focus on just getting that shoulder joint really all around it. So keeping the shoulder joint right above the pressure. So once you get that one done, the next movement is gonna be to just roll out your medial deltoid. So start with your arm close to your body, lean on it, and now just roll it out. You can even kind of roll out a little bit further and go down your arm. Whatever feels comfortable for you. So the next one is gonna be the lat and our rear delts. So a lot of tension gets built up here. So this one's key. It's really important you guys focus on really just rolling this one out and breaking up that tissue. And you might have to kind of suffer through a little bit of pain, but I promise you it's gonna be worth it. So for this one, keep the roller in the same position. Arm goes out, kind of just stick it in your armpit. And you're gonna come up, we're gonna start with that rear delt up here. So just small movements, really trying to grind in there. And then for the lat, you can use your hand as some stability. So I'm pressing down, and now I'm going up, and I'm rolling all the way down my lat. And this one's good to get different ranges of motion. So now my arm's out, extended, so I'm gonna pull it in. I'm gonna get this range of motion. The key thing about the lat and the rear delt is your shoulder is the most mobile joint that you have. It has the most range of motion. So we want to roll out in as many ranges of motion as possible. So it's good to keep your arm in one spot, do a few passes, move it to the next, do a few passes. And if you're able to, really externally rotate and get deep in there. And you can go all the way down if you want. Your lat goes pretty far down your back. So you can roll it out, get about 15 passes on each side and in each range of motion.